Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your stream and me talk about the Arsenal versus Manchester United game. Big up to every single one of you who's live and locked in already this evening. Much appreciated. Now, you are new to our YouTube channel. Make sure you are hitting the subscribe button as I upload plenty of Manchester United content on here. And I talk a bit about F1 as well, and I talk about other teams from the Premier League as well. And if you're into your EFL non-league international football, make sure you do subscribe to my football channel. And if you're into your gaming, subscribe to my extra channel. Big up to the legends, Nighttime Kids. Bash, big up, mate. Good evening. Thank you for join me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Blue co-outs. I've had enough with the PR nonsense news. Liam Rissinger is out of his depth. Is absolutely clueless. He needs these sacks. I can't stand him. He talks nonsense. Players not playing for the manager. Eddie Howe out, Saudis out, oil barrels in the bin. Big up to you, Paddock. Good evening. Yes, at least my second team won today. Arsenal properly at themselves. They did. Big up to you all. Spurs were rubbish and are heading for the championship. But big up to you, Johan. They really are, mate. But big up to you, down sorting as always. Yeah, you did. You said Man City would win because Pep has the experience and he has the winning mentality. And there you go, he did. So let's start talking about the game, people, shall we? I need every wooden spoon you have. Well, I got a couple here on my desk, so yeah, you could be in luck, Paddock. But, you know, big up to all your legends here who are in the building. Much appreciated. And out, line out, Lewis Hamley out, medical staff out, those bums in the lineup and on the bench, get the fuck out of my team. 100% Nighttime Kid. I completely agree with you, mate. And I can understand why you feel absolutely agreeing to me because, you know, it's like it's just not sustainable what's happening at your football club, mate. I mean, the blessing in disguise today is that West Ham lost their game as well to Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa, look, they're still in the hunt to get third place and they're just 1 point behind Manchester United now. But, you know, West Ham, I think they will win a couple games, to be honest, between now and the end of the season. So I think they'll stay up, and I think it'd be either you guys who go or Nottingham Forest. When we need to win, we fucking lose. How did we draw a Liverpool ground and do nothing versus Forest? You know what they say, Nighttime Kid? It's the history of the Tottenham. The history of the Tottenham. We are in a relegation battle next season. There's no debates about that. You could well be, Paddock. You could well be, mate. I kind of have a feeling we would lose because we haven't beaten them all season. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But, yeah, I will get back to you guys in the comments very soon. Now, I just want to say, what on earth was that by Mikel Arteta today? Seriously, what on earth was that team selection? I knew once he selected Kepa that was going to be an absolute disaster, people. Let's get it right. Kepa is not good enough to be a number one goalkeeper. David Raya is a much better goalkeeper. Now, I know Kepa has played in goal all the competition, right? But when you're in the final, you should always play your number one goalkeeper. Let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. That team selection by Mikel Arteta today was an absolute disgrace, right, people? Yeah, an absolute disgrace. Nowhere near sustainable. It's like my dad has been waiting for Arsenal to win a trophy for 6 years, and you should have seen the look on his face, dejected. I was sat down watching it with him this afternoon. He was gutted, and thanks is fucking ruled. And the manager, honestly, this fucking manager, Mikel Arteta, look at what you done to my dad. Look at what you done to the true Arsenal fans today, yeah? Nowhere near sustainable. You should absolutely hang your head in shame, yeah? Seriously. What on earth was that? I mean, the first 20 minutes, Arsenal started the game off very well. And then near the last 10 minutes in the first half, Man City were starting to get to grips with the game. And then the second half, that was an absolute disgrace. What an embarrassment by Arsenal, seriously. But it just goes to show people, Mikel Arteta at times is completely, utterly, well and truly out his depth. But let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. And I, for one, felt absolutely embarrassed at watching that. I tell you what, listening to Vigilante and Chris, big up to both of them, yeah, on Vigilante Talk Sports. Listening to them in the background was a lot more entertaining than that game. And Vigilante, my goodness he lost it once during the live watching on, didn't he? But I don't blame him. He wanted to see his team today win that League Cup. Let's get it right. And that Ronan and the manager let the true Arsenal fans down today. But all the Arteta fans, you can absolutely hold that expeditiously, yeah? Hold that, whoever week get all zesty over him, yeah? They can get in the bin, but for true Arsenal fans, I feel sorry for the true Arsenal fans. I really do, Vigilante, Chris, Kenny Ken, Jez, and look, people, even though I haven't agreed with everything what has been said recently and the way this content creator has gone about things, Lee Gunner, because no matter what you think of him, he's a true Arsenal fan. Let's get it right. And listening to the fan cam just now, he's disappointed. He says he's not angry, he's just disappointed, which I get that, But if I was an Arsenal fan today, I'll be absolutely seething. Let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. Of course, I am going to listen to Jez a little bit later on, because big up to Jez, the Arsenal history and more. Make sure you are subscribing to Jez. Kenny Ken on Instagram. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Matty Southern Gooner as well. Make sure you follow Southern Gooner. I mean, big up to Matty, yeah. And look, I have to say, Lee Gunner has never been a fan of Mikel Arteta. He never wanted him in the first place, nor did Vigilante, to be fair, So big up to both of them, yeah, for being absolutely spot on that. You see, Vigilante and Lee Gunner deserve credit for that, because they've always seen Arteta out. They've both praised him up when he's got things right, but when he gets things wrong, they both hold Mikel Arteta accountable. Let's get it right. And that's the way it should be, people. And if I was an Arsenal fan, if they were my favourite team, I absolutely hold that fraud of a manager accountable. Because like I said, you let my dad down today, yeah? You had one job, do my dad a favour, and fucking lift that trophy, yeah? And you absolutely screwed it. Embarrassing. Just nowhere near sustainable. I mean, when they went 2-0 up, I even hit the armchair, because that is how gutted I felt for my dad, honestly. Imagine if Arsenal, were my favourite club. I'll feel fucking annoyed, honestly. Yeah, I'll be probably froze, I think, if I was a Arsenal fan watching that. If that's Manchester United who performs like that, oh, you would have seen me go on the big rant, seriously. But whilst I have them on the desk, Mikel Arteta, double the wooden spoon for you, yeah? Double the wooden spoon for you running a manager, yeah? What on earth was that team selection? Seriously. I knew once I saw that team selection that Kepa was in goal, that Arsenal, it was going to get peak for Arsenal. Let's get it right here, people, yeah? It's absolutely getting the narrative right. So for letting my dad down and the true Arsenal fans down, double the wooden spoon for you. Yeah, Ronan, the manager, should receive his P45, especially if he bottles this league, yeah? Seriously. If they now go on to bottle the league, I agree with what Vigilante says. To me, this be a bigger capitulation to what it was, a few years ago when they bottled an 8-point lead. So, yeah, but it's just totally nowhere near sustainable, not even close. Seriously, they better get over the line. My dad has been waiting for 22 years or 23 years for a league title, yeah? You got one job, Gunners. Get over the line, yeah? Seriously. Look, you know me, I'm not a Mikel Arteta fan in any shape or form, not an Arsenal fan, but I still care because my dad supports Arsenal. So this is the only reason why I want Arsenal to win the league, people. If my dad didn't support them, I wouldn't care so much. But because my dad's an Arsenal fan, I want Arsenal to win the league. Let's get it right. And they better get over the line. Yeah? Otherwise, Mikel Arteta, like I said, he should receive his P45. Right, let's get back to you guys in the live chat now. Gosh, this live chat is popping, people. You lot are going crazy tonight. I don't want any more tell me that players haven't been in a relegation battle. I don't want to hear about the players. I'm no experience in a relegation battle. We are in a relegation battle. Facts, Nighttime Kid. Facts, mate. Tudor is a scrub. He took off Spence and Van de Ven. Why didn't he start Simmons and Marnie? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But yeah, I agree, he Nighttime Kids. Also, Kepa is not a big game player. He's a league player. When the pressure is slightly off, he plays a lot better than. That's a good point, Paddock, actually, mate. Arteta shows bottle finals. You can't blame Kepa because Arteta started him. But when he came out his line and that, I knew Arsenal were in trouble after that because I just knew that Kepa's confidence was going to be rattled. Arteta is confused a manager like how either brilliant or completely useless. No in between. Saka needs to be dropped. He is a load of garbage. Look, he's not been the same since he had that horrific injury last season, Nighttime Kids. He's just not been the same. What happened to Saka? As they played, I think Arsenal would have won. He was injured at day night sorting, so there's no chance of him starting. Yeah, you wanted Man City to win, you're right. When we sack Eddie Howe, I haven't a fucking clue who we're going to get in. No one will want to manage this car crash. Big out to AJ. Bash! Big out to AJ, the number one mod. Let's get it right. He is mod on so many YouTube channels. Sack him now. If he bottles this league, AJ, he deserves his P45, mate. Sack Kepa as well. Chelsea rejects. Get Rennie Slaggers in the men job and save the season. I think she'll do a much better job. No height, no bollocks, no passion, no heart. Thanks, AJ. Get Frank in, AJ. They can have Hal, to be fair. He probably would win the league with them and show how bad we really are. Saliba is injured. My club is out. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. If he's injured, AJ, I mean, whew, it could get really peak for you guys. I'm not going to lie. Yep, facts. No nighttime, kids. No, thank you. I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I'll take Eddie Howe in the heartbeat. And his football is a lot more exciting, AJ, as well. Arteta isn't the only one who needs wooden spoons. Oh, yeah. I mean, Newcastle to lose back-to-back good derbies against Sunderland. Wow. Sunderland's first season back in the Premier League. I mean, nowhere near sustainable. AJ, Eddie Howe is awesome manager, bro. Big up Mr. Joshy J in the chat. Bash! Big up to you, Brian CFC. Big up, mate. Clutch Agents Kappa. Nighttime Kids. Eddie Howe is better manager and who we have. 100% he is. 100%. Big up Brian every time. Because what did Eddie Howe win last season? Oh, yeah, the Carabao Cup. He did something what Mikel Arteta couldn't do today. AJ, my geezer. Agent Kappa. Agent Kappa. Agent Madueke. Arteta is now one trophy from a possible 23. Henry talks Arsenal cannot do a video about Arsenal. Johan Nkapie. Trossard was cooking. Johan Mosquera. Newcastle United don't have the squad depth. I agree, you don't sorting. They don't. They really don't, mate. They don't have nothing. The Premier League is a very poor league this season. I would only keep Saliba, Gabriel, Maganilish, Rice, Timber, Nkapie, MLS, Eze, Ethan, Max, Dowman, Victor Gokres, and Mascara. The rest can fuck off. Yeah, flags. Yeah, I get that because you still have a lot of scrubs in your team, AJ. Like at Manchester United, we still got a couple of scrubs. You garbage. I mean, Luke Shaw has outstayed his welcome, seriously. And Harry Maguire at times, who's about as fucking slow as a London bus. I don't get all the hype about Harry Maguire. I really don't. We would have back squads. We had owners. Newcastle's backline is older than my granny. And Riot as well has in class this season. Only Lewis Hall ain't old. Josh, check your WhatsApp group. It's really important. Okay, F1 Fantasy FC 19.5. I'm going to look at that now. Obviously, I won't read it out. I'll just read the message. But big up to you. Good evening. What the fuck, mate? I just read the message. Fucking heck, man. That's crazy work. Oh my goodness me. That's mad, mate. Chelsea got STUB. Scrubs, is that what you meant to say? The utter shite quality in the league. I think you lot could generally be in the title fight next season, purely being slightly less shits than the rest. I mean, look, I still think that we will get found out next season playing more football with the current squad depth. Chelsea got scrubs as well. I was getting Ganacho can go poor recruitment. I'll keep Kudas. Anyone else out of my club? Hang on, people. I'm just going to send a message a second. There we go. Just sent a message. Chelsea got scrubs as well. Getting Garnacho can go poor recruitment. I'll keep Kudas, Madison, Kudaseski, Richardson, Odo, Burt, Simmons, Danzo, anyone else. Get out of my club. I think Manchester United will beat Chelsea Stamford Bridge if they is still there. Well, we could possibly, but at the same time, Dan, I sort of thing, Manchester United are a bit erratic at times, so yeah, we just have to wait and see, mate. I don't even rate Carrick that much. Just this league is firmly in the bin quality-wise. It's firmly for West Europe because Man City still win the league this season. Mathematically, yes, but do I think they can win all their remaining matches? No. Hang on. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea, Manchester United protest day as well. Yep. And hopefully, Manchester United fans might join in the protest as well, to protest against our corrupt ownership and your corrupt ownership as well, getting a message out there that all these corrupt people need to get out of here seriously. But my take from this, people, is look, fair play to Manchester City. They thoroughly deserved the win today. They really did. So, yeah. I mean, they wanted it more. It's as simple as that at the end of the day. There we go. The Stamford Bridge. Yep, that's right. So, I'll big up Michael's at Chelsea FC. Bush, big up, mate. Sorry about that, people. I had a very important message to come through. want to make sure it's all okay now. Thankfully it is, so yep, we can get back to what we're doing. Big up Josh Geezer. Big up to you, mate. Well, you gotta be happy Michael's at Chelsea FC, you know, that Man City one. I take it you didn't watch the game because you watched MotoGP, didn't you? You're lying on the MotoGP, if I remember correctly. Charlie Patrick is the sent out in a brown envelope. I heard Michael called him out on his shorts. My geezer went in all hard. It's been a while since you streamed. I did stream on Friday, geezer. Of course, you weren't able to watch my stream on Friday, were you? Because you were lying on Rumble, geezer. But yeah, I did stream after the Manchester United game, geezer, on Friday. So yeah, I didn't do one yesterday though. But yeah, anyway, I'm here tonight talking about the game. Do you fancy having our manager, Michael, and our squad and our owners just take everything we need, them gone? I saw bits of Kappa should have been red carded in that challenge on Doku. Was that the bit where he came off of his line and nearly got caught out? I think that's the bit you're talking about, isn't it? But yeah, that was. I don't know what he was thinking. Like I commented on Vigilantes and Chris's stream, I said Dora 2.0 because both Vigilante and Chris, they call Dana Jiraiya Dora the Explorer, and Kepa literally became Dora the Explorer 2.0. Yes, that's the one, bro. Yep. I mean, just, I don't know what he's thinking, to be honest. Kepa, stinker, and hugs. I mean, and that goal what Man City scored as well to go 1-0 up. Why did he punch it? Why? What was that all about? Seriously. Oh, boy, oh boy. But yeah, I agree, Danny, sort of thing. You know, Kappa is an absolute stinker and hooks moment. Right. I'll big up Hammer's Football Team. Bash! Big up to you, Tony. Make sure you're subscribing to Hammer's Football Team, people. Daylight Sorting, are you able to put his link in the live chat, please? Awesome guy, a West Ham United fan who does live watch-alongs, does a few Sunday night streams as well. Newcastle, Michael.Chelsea FC. Obviously, his original name was Paddock. Enjoy Madueke and Kai Havertz and Kappa crying. Yeah, Chelsea rejects, yeah. Hammer's Football Team, thanks for having me on. Oh, awesome. You're on his stream, were you, geezer? Cool. Big up to Tony for that. Right then, no. But yeah. Let's see. Right, I think now is a good time to listen to a couple of reactions, don't you? But yeah, I gave Arsenal the double wooden spoon then, you know, because I'm gutted, you know, for my dad. You know, he's waited so long for Arsenal to win the trophy. Now the wait goes on. Dear me. Big up Michael Chelsea. Pleasure as always. Oh, for fuck's sake. Off to the glue factory. They all go then. Who Spurs got after the international break? Who they got? Let's have a look. Tottenham. Pity Nighttime Kid is still not in the live chat because he'll be able to tell you. I can have a look. They have Sunderland after the international break. Big up Power supporting Heat. Big up at Daylight sorting. Man City, I thought Erling Haaland was a bit quiet, but I thought O'Reilly played well. And Cherky, I thought Cherky was absolutely fantastic. And that guy should literally be starting every week. Cherky, in my personal opinion. Who will be Audi's next team principal? It's Bonotto, the ex-Ferrari team principal. It's been confirmed it's him. Watch Spurs thrash Sunderland easily. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as that, Paddock, to be honest, because Tottenham are so inconsistent. I think Sunderland will beat Spurs because their squad is awful and they need overhaul and rebuild. That's right, 100% spot on. Right. Let's have a look. Who should we listen to? I'm going to listen to Lee Judges. To be honest, he is the only one who I got a lot of time for on AFTP. The rest, though, nah. Get plugs. But Lee Judges, yeah. He's all right.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Lee Judges with me. We've just lost to Man City 2-0 in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. Lee, where do you start? The obvious question is, what went wrong today for Arsenal?
What went wrong? Well, listen, I thought first 20 minutes we started off out.
Or maybe he might resign Daylight sorting because Tudor, unfortunately, had some bad news today that a family member passed away or something. So I think now that he may resign. FTV is a teenage girls channel these days. Facts, Michael.Chelsea FC. Couldn't agree more, mate. Absolute facts on that one, mate.
You had the chance with Kai Havertz and the goalkeeper made the save. I thought first, then I thought they got on top, and then I think there's a couple of decisions, couple of things that went wrong today, which were a big factor.
Before the game or during the game?
No, during the game, and kept me against books after about 20 minutes. Because
was that a fair yellow card?
Nothing. It was a fair yellow card, but then he was never the same. So, so that was the first mistake for me. Was in at half time, I'm waiting for Calafiori to come on. There's not much of a difference, but that didn't happen. It happened far too late, and then it didn't really look like it was anybody who was in control or they were in control. And then kept them sort of come out. I don't know what he was doing.
Dan Potts, a bit of a brown envelope, to be honest. Chelsea are dog shit. I mean, we all know why that is, nighttime kids, and because Blue Co.
There was no danger and give away a silly free kick, and from that moment on, the game turned. And then he makes a mistake for the goal.
So you said in the second half, though, it felt for me there was like an obvious difference in City seems to be all over us in the start of the second half. Did you not think that?
No. Listen, from then on, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. From that moment on, City went on and showed their class. I have to say, I thought they were very, very good, and they were the better side, much better than us.
They were in the second half. They're all over Arsenal. So yeah, I agree, Lee Judges, on that one.
Second half, you can't argue that,
So what are we missing? Because at the end they were top of the Premier League, Champions League were flying, all that. So what is the difference? People would say, I think they would say before this.
Listen, the thing that's missing today is their better players turned up. Their attacking players turned up. Our attacking players today were.
Yeah, they are limited, Paddock.
Weren't at the races.
You've been saying this for a lot of the season.
I'm saying, the question's got to be asked. You know what I mean? Saka today, how's he stayed on the pitch? You know what I mean? He's captain. He's done nothing, and then he decides to put him into the number 10 role. You know what I mean? Where's Dowman? Where's Dowman? You know what I mean?
Really went down. Honestly,
listen. we're playing a much bigger competition on last Saturday against Everton, and he chucks him on. And today he doesn't decide to chuck him on in a game like that, 20 minutes to go or 20, 30 minutes to go. Madueke done nothing. The only one that come on and done look half decent was Jesus, and we ain't seen him since Mansfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look, a couple of mistakes Mikel made done wrong today.
Before I kicked on before because I was asking you about were you fine with Kepa starting goal? I think some people's fans would say we'd like to see Ryan goal.
Listen, yes, because he's played the whole game. He's played the whole tournament. If you had to bring him on then, it might have been, at the end of the day, they've done exactly the same thing as us. Now, people will turn around and go, oh, they've won things. And I get that. Get over the line.
Thanks, Skeezer. Thanks. Yeah, 100%.
But we've done the right thing today, and he let us down. Yeah. Let's all blame Kepa then, shall we? Let's blame one. I'd rather look at people like Saka, Havertz, Gyökeres that have come in today and done nothing. Declan Rice weren't at his best today, you know what I mean? If I had the only one that I think ever come out of any credit for that game in that midfield was Zubimendi. The rest, I don't think we're at.
It's why when Calafuri come on, Calafuri come on.
Calafuri should have come on at half time.
He had that shot and hit the post like. It seemed like he was trying to make things happen from the left back when he came on.
Of course he should. And listen, nothing against Nketiah. His power went when he had the booking. Yeah. Semenyo took him on 3 times in the first half, and he never laid a glove on him because he was more worried about getting another booking. Listen, the referee would have done it because I tell you what, I don't want to make excuses. He pissed poor. Yeah. And, I mean, so one-sided. It was unreal. But that's not the issue. You know what I mean? When you've got a referee like that, you know that if it comes, he's going to do it. So you have to just make sure that you don't. And I can't believe that Calafuri wasn't on at half time.
There's a sense of there must be a sense of anger and frustration because I saw Shirky doing he was taking the piss, doing kick-ups and that.
I've watched a bit of him in the past, but I've not watched him for a while now, down sorting, to be honest.
It was like, Arsenal, why can't we just you want to show more? I felt like, but at the end of the day, it felt like a game of 2 halves. The second half.
Listen. They were the better team.
That's it.
Sometimes you have to. I don't mind if you know. How can you say it? If you give it your all and everything like that? I'm not saying that they didn't give it their all today. They just was second best today, and that can happen in cup finals. That's why it's so hard to win cup finals. The League Cup's not good to us, by the way. I think that's about 70 feet now. You know what I mean? It's never been good for us. And at the end of the day, what's disappointed me more than anything today is that
you're really not a fan, then, are you, Paddock?
When was it? 2018. I had to endure a performance here where we didn't turn up, and how many years later we're in a much better team, much better place, and we didn't turn up again. That's the hurt. That hurts me today. Is that I don't think we turned up. But in saying that, get that anger, get that disappointment, fuel it for the next game.
Do they have the mental strength to do that, Lee? Do you think this affects the Premier League title race? Do you think this affects any of the other competitions? Because it is a tough one to take.
It is a tough one to say. Listen, Arsenal ain't brilliant under pressure. Arsenal ain't very good when it matters. We know that. You know what I mean? And then you've got your best players have got to set up and all that, you know what I mean? And they didn't set up, you know what I mean? And listen, at the end of the day, you just have to accept what you have to accept today. They were a better team, and that's it.
Mikel Arteta today, he said there was a few things he got wrong. Did you said Mikel Arteta's few things he got wrong. So was that just the substitutions at times? Like you said, Calvin Wilson come on earlier.
Substitutions, if you go into it there, like Trossard today,
he seemed like he threw everything at you.
Threw what at it? Like Trossard today, you know what I mean? I thought done okay, but from an attacking point, didn't do nothing. Saka didn't do nothing from an attacking point of view. Havertz didn't do nothing nor did Gyökeres. So why is that? What is the reason for that? I felt we was a little bit too in our shell at times, a little bit too much like he has been, far too much regimental, a little bit like, and I just listen, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed we didn't play well today and we didn't deserve to win.
That's it. Cover.
I'm going to do some more gaming streams down out 14. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing Tomb Raider. Tuesday I'm going to be doing it as well. Wednesday I'm going to be doing it. And Thursday. So, yep, every night this coming week, apart from Friday and the weekend, I'm going to be doing Tomb Raider.
Cup's gone now. The main focus must be now that obviously I'm assuming the Champions League, FA Cup, and Premier League for you. But is it still just Premier League that you're most focused on? Is that?
Listen, I am. That's what I'm most proud of. That's what I want. That's everything there today. Listen, they've been piss poor over the last 3 or 4 games. You know.
Don't you worry about that, geezer. We're well and truly getting to get back on track with them. Because obviously, you know, I've had quite a few Manchester United streams to do that, and obviously they have to take a top priority, geezer. So yeah, I will be back on them. Don't you worry about that. I have as well.
I don't know if we made them look better than what they were today, or they just turned up on the one occasion, because they've not turned up a lot this season. But at the end of the day, we didn't turn up today. I'll forget about him. If we played to our ability today, we beat him. But we didn't play to our ability. We didn't do the right things, and we never really looked good. The only two I think at the back can really come out of any credit is our 2 central defenders. And say Zubimendi done well. The rest of them weren't good enough. And at the end of it, like, you know, if you make them like, it's a horrendous mistake from Kepa, and everybody that was saying.
Yeah, I mean, just don't get what Kepa was thinking, really.
And that Ray should play has now got the fuel to say it's right, and you can't argue that. But at the end of the day, he done the right thing by bringing him in there, and he's let us down today, like, you know. But as I said earlier on, he weren't the only one.
There you go. That's the end of his fan cam. Here we go. We got to listen to Ty Hammond's. I mean, yes, I know Ty can be a bit delusional and that, but I have to say, fair play to him, yeah? He literally goes to every single men's game. He goes to women's games, and he goes to, like, the under-18s as well. So, as AJ says, you know, you have to give him credit. You really do. So...
TV. I've got Belgium and Thai with me after a 2-0 defeat to Man City at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final. A lot of pain, a lot of emotion, frustration, pain. I don't know. I'm just wondering what referee did the referee actually turn up?
Yeah, it's true. No, it's true.
It's not true.
No, it is.
It's not
true.
It is.
No, it is. It is true. Come on the 50-50s, he was giving it
to... Julian, possibly. I'll look after I listen to this.
The first thing we're going to go to, the first thing we go to and say, you can't go to the referees.
No, we can, because that challenge by Kozunov on Victor was ridiculous.
Yeah, the challenge on what Nkapé did and got his book for was
what about the challenge on Saka? No, what about the challenge on Saka?
And Kai was fouled, and he didn't.
And Saka had to go to him and say to him, "Can you not see? It was poor.
What's that? So what are we playing then?
Ridiculous.
Those challenges are very, very dangerous. Is that how it's going to be then?
So we lost the game because of the challenge.
No.
Robbie, I guess, yeah, we can have a little listen to him.
We're not saying that. No, we're not saying that. For me, I'll blame the coach a little bit, because in the second half, 20 minutes into the second half, that's when you look at the game, you took it a bit, because as soon as the opposition teams are having a momentum, what you need to do, you need to start again to reorganize your team. And I think Arteta, it didn't change the shape. And we got down for this, is it lack of experience? That's what I put it down to. Because looking at the game, they're having the momentum. So what you needed to do, either you take Nkapé off, or tweak it a little bit. Then again, to some of his subs, I'm not thinking, how can he wait till last?
Big up, Adam Partridge. Big up to you, mate. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. The legend, Adam Partridge. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Frustrated with Arsenal now, Adam Partridge, because they really let my dad down today.
10 minutes to the end and start bringing on players. We're losing. This is the final. It is the final, and we were losing 2-0. We were 2-0 down.
See, we're a better team than us.
No, the second half, no, because listen, if you look at the total shot, no.
Big up to AFC always. Big up to the legend AFC always in the building. Bash! I'm hurting inside. We haven't won that trophy for 33 years. Arteta had us sitting back at Wembley. Disgrace. Nowhere near sustainable. I'm actually really annoyed at him with that AFC always. Even though I'm a Manchester United fan, I wanted you guys to win that trophy today, for you true Arsenal fans. And for my dad as well, who's been waiting for a trophy for 6 years. But the Arteta fans, fuck off. Got no sympathy for you. You can hold to that. But real fans, I feel sorry for, like yourselves, AJ, Vigilante, Jez, Kenny Ken, Lee Gunner, all your real ones. Feels so gutted to you guys. Did your dad get angry about Arteta? I wouldn't really say that. He was just more upset they didn't win. What AFTV saying, Josh Knight? Back Arteta, trust the process, Arsenal in the mud. So sorry for your dad today, Josh Knight. I mean, just gutting for him, mate. It really is.
And they have more about my friend. Listen, this is my interviews there. Please. Listen, they had more the ball, but the whole game plan was to allow them to have the ball. But in terms of was in total shot, they recorded 10, and the same as Arsenal. And they had 3 shots, 2 was the goal. We had 4.
Yeah, and that's a disgrace, AFC always. It just goes to show where the standards are in football these days, mate. In the fucking bin. Modern day football in a nutshell. There's no way you would have had this in like the 90s and the early 2000s. Let's get it right. What Eagle and Ty saying, Josh, right? Yeah, I'm just listening to Ty now. He was saying, where was the ref? Big up to Ty. You can always rely on Ty to deliver. But I have to say, I have to give Ty credit, people, yeah? Because he is Arsenal through and through. He goes to all the men's games. He goes to all the women's games. Even though I don't always agree with everything he says, that just goes to show how much of a fan he really is. So, yeah, I have to say, yeah, credit where it's due.
Total shot I wasn't off target.
But the most important stat is 2-0.
No, yeah, but obviously it happens, isn't it? Because they were ruthless. They were ruthless.
Yep. Egal's still backing Arteta. Sounds out right. What about Henry Talks Arsenal, Josh, the club's #1 content creator?
When they had the opportunity, which we should have had it first half, when Kai Havertz had that chance, with Sky Havertz, I don't know, it would just happen that he wasn't composed in that final third, because we created scenarios in first half. We created the scenario.
Sellout and deluded, Adam Partridge. Absolute sellout.
And we should have been 1-0 up. That's why, again, I'll say it's a game of 2 halves. First half, we were okay, and we should have been 1-0 up. We should have been 1-0 up. And I was saying, if we don't take your chances, then again to you struggle when it comes to second half.
Let me get the final words from Ty. You're not going to give City the credit for that. They're the better team.
I'm not gonna criticize the coach. I'll disagree with Belgium because the coach has got us to where we are. But like I said, I'm talking about for today's game. I'm not criticizing the coach. I don't do that.
I'm not critiquing. I said.
Come on, surely you have to hold him accountable because he got that starting lineup completely wrong. Kappa has just lost 6 cup finals. Fucking Chelsea rejects. Yep, 100%. FC always. Why is it you go for Chelsea rejects, mate?
You said you're going to blame the
I said no. You said you're going to listen. I said listen. Let's be constructive here. Listen, I said second half. Second half. As a coach, listen. When things is not going well and for your team, what you do, you should be smart, and that's why I'm blaming him. Okay, listen. I'm not. Listen, it's a constructive one.
He's the man.
It's a constructive one. I'm critiquing
I'm not going to hear anything about Mikel because Mikel has got us to where we are. But like you said, what I'm going to say, I'm not going to give up.
Where has he got you to? Don't forget, you've not won a trophy for 6 years. I mean, what are we doing here?
I'll give them credit when they face their charges. That's when I give them credit. But what I want to know what the referee did because what I'm saying is that was the pattern of the game. Those challenges are ridiculous, and somebody could have been really hard, and he allowed those challenges, and then he booked them, and then he booked Piero straight away. So what are you doing then?
Yeah.
So many bad. I'm not. But the tempo of the game. You as a referee, even though I'm not, you need to get hold of the game. If you don't, you're gonna have it. And like I said, that challenge by Kuzunov, I'm happy that Victor's not injured. What's that? What is that?
That was ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He got booked
for it. Again, too, that was the reason why he got booked for it. Just because the referee got no choice, and he ended up doing that. Because listen, what about the one on Saka?
He didn't come back.
Yeah.
But you said to wrap up, Cecil. The thing is, I thought once again, incredibly. Now Robbie spoke really, really well. I'll say, listen, anyway. Let me just be cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Whoever they are, whatever team we play, they would love to be in our position. That's what I know. So even though we're disappointed, I would not change position with them. So they can say, no, listen, they can say what they want. We're top of the league, and they're looking at us in envy. So they can go home with whatever and face their charges.
But no guarantees that you're going to win it, Ty, because this could completely derail their season now in this debate.
And when they face their charges, we will see.
And it's up to Arteta now to galvanize the boys. Listen, this boy, they've done well, even with the coach, true, we got to this final. So now, with this situation, what happened tonight, is up to the coach now to galvanize the boys. And we still have to believe. We still have to believe. No, you got to galvanize the boys.
There's no, like Robbie said, there is no problem. We brushed it aside and we go, there's no, we brushed it aside. No, it's not hopefully. It's definitely. No, it's definitely.
We still believe. We believe.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, who should we listen to next? The Sharks bits our head off is the title for Robbie's fan cam. Oh, wow. We got to click on this one, haven't we? Let's see what happens.
I've got Robbie with me. We've just lost to Manchester City 2-0 at the Wembley Stadium. The Carabao Cup champions, we're not. It's done, full stop.
They deserve to be in it because what can I say? We reserved our worst performance of the season for the final. Absolutely terrible today. You know what I mean? The Sharks bit our head off, you could say, innit? You know what I mean? Because we were shocking today. Absolutely.
They did expeditiously, Robbie. Let's get it right.
Okay, now I can't think of. I don't know if anybody else is there. I can't think of a worse performance than that this season. No, the Wolves, we were 2-0 up. At least we scored against Wolves. No, Wolves, we were better than this. This is the
No,
worst.
you feel like you've been a bit harsh. I think the first 45 minutes, we weren't terrible.
Hold on. The first 20 minutes, I thought we started
in the game. Yeah.
And actually, I felt that Havertz should have done better with the chance he had. He hesitated, and I think he should have scored. And I'd say maybe overall the first half, because when you looked at the stats, we had more shots than that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say we weren't peppering their goal. We weren't really, you know what I mean?
They weren't evil. You'd say to me, they weren't evil.
No, it was a bit of a non-event.
Yeah.
But then in the second half, right, when the second half came, right, we did absolutely nothing. Like, even when we went, like, I've seen us, go down a goal or whatever. There was no response to it. I just felt that that's the worst performance. That's the worst I've seen this season.
Worst 45.
He has seen a show on DR Sports with Mark Goldridge in the morning, Robbie, Josh Wright. Oh, is he?
I think you can call it.
Worst 45, but that's not the time to do it in a cup final.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was really, really disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get carried away. I'm not going to get, even with the Kepa thing.
Yeah, because a lot of people will be pointing fingers. There'll be fans saying he should have started the strongest goalkeeper.
So we've been debating this all week, and I said I'd start Kepa. So I'm not going to come here and be wise after. It's a mistake now, isn't it? Obviously, I got it wrong. Arteta's got it wrong. Everyone who said it, right? For me, sometimes it's about keeping harmony in the camp. But it was a horrendous mistake, innit? And I think when you're a goalkeeper and you've not played for a long time, these things can happen. You know what I mean?
It stings because Raya loves those sort of high claim.
Nor do I, Adam Partridge. I don't watch it either.
That's why it stings a little bit more. But
I don't think Ray would have made that mistake, but he made the mistake. But then even after that, the response to the mistake, there was still no response from any of the team. And I think today we miss Eze, we miss even an older guy. There was no one really in that midfield. So if you notice the game, we defended well at times and but then we win the ball, we just kick it straight down the pitch. Nothing went into, people will probably cuss off Gyökeres. Name me one ball that went into his feet.
He's running a lot of channel balls.
Balls were just lumped up. Yeah. Everything was overhit, underhit. I thought Havertz had a really big shocker, really. You know what I mean? He didn't win one header. He didn't hold it. Just overall, it was a really poor performance. Now, listen, if we go on and we win the league, I'm not going to look. I'm not.
It says Adam Partridge completely full of PR bollocks. You want me on for preview that game? Then I'll come on, Josh. Yeah, we can sort something out. Yeah, we'll talk about it more during the time.
We're going to remember this. The most important thing now is how we bounce back. And to be fair to this team, I've seen us bounce back very well this season. We lost to Man United, we bounced back. We lost the...
Question is, what is it going to do for your team's confidence now? I mean, I can see it going one or two ways here, people. Number one, it's going to motivate the Arsenal players to get over the line. Or number two, they are just going to absolutely capitulate.
Liverpool, we bounced back. Every time we suffered adversity, we've come back and we've bounced back well. And that's what I want to see them do. Because, listen, if you asked everybody here, said, what do you want to win this season? It wouldn't be the Carabao Cup. We
can't do that. We can't do that. Because I think a lot of fans, especially nowadays, a lot of these fans.
Yeah, big up Brian CFC.
Young fans, they
before everyone gets carried away.
Bigger fish to fry.
Hold on. Before everybody, I'm putting logic on the thing, right? I'm saying
no trophy for 6 years.
Yo, be quiet a second, yeah? Do you want me to continue what I was about to say before you jumped in? If the season ends, right?
Ooh. Okay, guessing a bit fiery, are we? Interesting. Facts. Kepa is generational and his butterfinger hands. I mean, what on earth was he thinking? He should have just catched the ball instead of punching it. Dear me.
If the season ends and we won the Carabao Cup, he'd be the first one to come and say, yo, Arteta out. That's not what we want, blah, blah. So that's the point I'm making. If the season ends and this is all we won, there is no fan that's going to be happy, right? So I'm saying these players have to go now and win that league. Go and win the league, right? Because if we win the league, I don't think a lot of us are going to be remembering this day. You know what I mean?
They got a big opportunity to have both.
Yeah, we could have had both. And there's still other things we can win as well. But the main thing is the thing we were in the driving seat and the thing that we can win and the thing that they can respond to a really...
Big up proper Chelsea Stan. Bush, big up to you, mate. Good evening. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Much appreciated. Make sure you are subscribing to proper Chelsea Stan, people. Manchester United should sign Kappa as a goalkeeper. No, thank you, Daylight Sorting. Get out here, man. Arteta in for life. I would take Robbie. I would tell Robbie to fuck off if he did that. So Josh say, absolutely, Adam Partridge. I mean, that was so rude and arrogant. All that fan wanted to do was ask a question. What are we doing here?
You said it, horrible performance. I've not been dodging nothing. But the way to respond to that is go now against Bournemouth at home. Go and win that game. Go and win that league. Go up to City. Go up to City and put this right.
But can we? Really, you talk about bouncing back, but when it comes to like one-off games, and listen, that's not going to be the size of the Premier League, but it's those big game pressure games.
We can bounce back. Of course, listen, your teams lose games. Didn't they lose the other day to Real Madrid? Didn't they go to Real Madrid?
This is a final. We've got a few finals coming up.
That's a vital game they had the other day. They went to Real Madrid, right? A weakened Real Madrid as well, right? And they got lost 3-0. They even missed the penalty. Then they lost at home. But then they've come and beaten us. So what? Because we've lost today, we can't beat City? Come on, man. What? People, relax a bit. Chill out a bit. Like, we're all disappointed. We're all upset. They deserve to win. They do.
100%
in that second half. They deserve to win. We didn't really lay a glove on them in that second half, right? There's nothing else to say apart from in the second half, in the games to come, Arsenal have to go and put this right. Go and put it right by winning the league. Go and ask Pep what he'd rather win. Would he rather win this or...
It could be a draw at the Etihad, yep.
The league, so go and put it right. Go and win the league. That's what I'd say to those players in the team. And then, there won't be a lot of people sweating over this, but we've got to go and put it right.
What is the team missing, Rob? Like you look at today's final and you say, oh, that City team, they showed a lot towards that, in that, especially in that second half. What are we missing to get over the line, especially in the bigger games? Because I think I believe we'll bounce back, but I'm thinking about, can we get it over the line in the major pressure moments, the finals, and I suppose the league as well. I still think we're in the league, but there's still going to be a run up to it. It's not done yet.
Yeah, of course, you know what I mean? And
what are we missing then?
Well, today we were missing Rare. If you want to ask me one of the things we were missing, that's one of the big things we were missing. We missed Eze today. We missed, I know
yeah, he does. I found replacements that Winnie's. He's called Perry Sage, and he's the manager and Lens currently in a title fight with PSG. Well, interesting. He might not be a bad choice, Paddock.
I mean, it's not a mentality thing. It's more the
no, it's not. Listen, you can lose finals, man. You can be up for finals. We started well. I don't think today was a mentality thing. I just think that we just didn't turn up. I don't know if turn up's the word, because in the first half it was just an even game. I think we had more shots than them and everything.
Yeah.
But the second half, it was a mess, man. It was a mess. We made a bad error. And we just didn't recover from that, and they kind of outplayed us. You know what I mean? They moved the ball better. They have better patterns of play, and they deserve to win the game. So we just have to. This is one of them ones where we just got to hold it, and we got to go and improve and go and win the league.
Yeah. Does it affect the league for you? Do you think the players are going to be mentally affected? Do you think now we can capitulate? People are saying this is where it all unravels.
No, this doesn't affect the league. I mean, a lot of people would like to.
It could unravel easily. I mean, let's not forget what happens once an Arsenal team is under pressure. They crumble.
I think it's going to unravel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of fans out there would like to think it's going to unravel. You know what I mean? a lot of those fans have got their own problems. So I was going to concentrate on that.
Obviously, I hope people, right? I hope, for my dad's sake, it doesn't unravel.
If you're a Tottenham fan, you've got your own problems. If you're a Chelsea fan, you've got your own problems. I mean, literally, a lot of teams lost this week. We're not the only ones, but it's always disappointing to lose a final. And I listen, if you're going to lose, I would have liked to have seen us go down fighting a bit more. I thought it was a bit easy for them in the second half. We didn't really lay a glove on them at all. So that's something we have to sort. But as I said, I've seen this team this season. We've all seen it. That suffer a defeat, and and they've responded well. But I do think though that was the worst performance I can. I can't remember as bad a performance this season. If you think about the games we've lost this season, right? A worldie against Liverpool. We played great, but it was a worldie.
That's more than draw.
We a couple of worldies when we lost to Manchester United, and what was the other game we lost again? I forgot.
Villa.
And again, Villa, a last-minute goal. But today, no, we did nothing to deserve to get anything out of this game. I think in other games you can say, oh, they were close. I don't think you can argue that. You can't argue the result of today's game. They comprehensively outplayed us in the second half, but we must respond. Travelling to away.
I just messaged one of my subscribers. But anyway, people, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to send you over to Vigilante Talks Sports. He's now on with Liverpool Prophet, African King Academy, and Ross the Stocks, for the weekly Sunday panel show. Make sure you put Mr. Joshy J. Raid. Make sure you subscribe to Vigilante and all the awesome people he has on his panel as well, the Fellowship of the Realist. But before I end this, I have to say, look, fair play to Man City. They wanted it more. And Pep is literally the master of this competition. Let's get it right. Good night. I'm heading there now. Absolutely. So make sure you put Mr. Joshy J. Raid. And I will see you tomorrow for some more content on here. And I'll be live over on my extra channel for Tomb Raider, where we're going to carry on playing Tomb Raider. And people, we are out here, people. Laters. Bosh.